all know that the tongue has powers. It can either make you or destroy you. Welcome to today's episode of Because I Can. Today, I am here to share my thoughts as always. On this channel, we talk about everyday life issues. And today, I want to share with you on how to tame your tongue in my own opinions or in a way that it has affected my own life. Number one, most times the reason why we haven't gotten to our desired goals is because we have not been able to learn or master the way to tame our tongue. Our tongue is very powerful. It is the thing that makes, as in, for people to hear us, your tongue will have to move. The tongue is one important part of our body, and we should also know how to master or how to tame our tongue. One of the ways in which we can tame our tongues will be those unnecessary phone calls. You know, sometimes you just call people because you're bored, you just want to talk to people. If you were bored, please, if you feel like speaking to someone, then just pray. Pray as much as you can. Pray, in short, sleep. If you're done praying, sleep. Because at the time you engage in that unnecessary conversations, then you begin to spill things that you're not supposed to spill about yourself and others, which are not necessary, and they're not going to help you or the person on the other side of the phone in any way. What I'm trying to say is that if that phone call is not necessary, do not make it. This year, those of you who just call people randomly just because you are bored, please don't do that. It will save you a whole lot to be able to tame your tongue, because once you get into a conversation with people, trust me, you're just about to say anything and everything, especially when you're being carried away by that conversation. So if that conversation is not necessary, do not make that phone call. And if someone calls you and you feel that this conversation is not really going to be productive today, do not pick that call. I'm not saying you should ignore people's call, but I'm just trying to say that do not engage in a conversation that will not bring anything meaningful to your table or that will cost you your blessings. That's all I'm talking about. Secondly, another way in which you can easily tame your tongue is that whenever you're in a conversation with somebody, let them speak. It's like I'm talking to myself right here. This is me shooting myself on the leg. Like most times, we want to be heard in a conversation. Someone is talking, you're talking on top of that person. At that time, there's no conversation. I know you want to be heard, but one important thing I want to tell you about this, let other people speak, is that what you want to speak, you are already aware of it. But what that person is speaking of or is about to talk about, you don't know it. So let them speak. Do more of the listening. Just let that person speak. You may get one or two ideas from whatever that person is talking about. But once that person is talking and you are talking, you just want to be heard, that will make you want to spill things that you're not supposed to talk. And you just keep talking and talking and talking, and you don't have when to stop. You don't know when to stop. Let people speak. Be patient enough. That's one of the characteristics of a good leader. You have to let people speak. Hear them out. It will save you a lot. It will save you from your own self. If you listen most of the time, you will not speak much. That's just the truth. So those words will be stored in your tummy. Those words that are not meant to come out will stay in your tummy. So whenever you are in a conversation with anybody, remember to always let them speak. Speak less, be more of the team listening than this team speaking and wanting to be heard. My third point will be loud conversations, like shouting on the phone. I just think that I just brought myself out today. I just brought myself out here today. And the truth be told, I don't know if it's an African thing, or should I say a Nigerian thing. It's an African thing. Let me just generalize. We are always yelling when we are having a conversation, especially over the phone. We are always yelling. You don't need to yell for the other person to hear you. The reason why that other person is not hearing you is not because you're not yelling. Maybe because of network problem. Or maybe God doesn't just want you to have that conversation with the person. That's why the network is messing up. Just cut your phone and relax. Instead of you yelling and yelling and yelling. There was this day I was in the bus, and when I got in the bus, this girl, her voice was everywhere, talking about her personal life in the midst of total strangers. In the 10 minutes I was in that bus to get to my destination, I have known at least some part of that lady's life. You don't need to yell. Absolutely no reason why you should yell when you're having a conversation. It gives you a way. It makes you, I don't know how to put that word, but it doesn't just present you in a good light. And as you are yelling, you're just saying a lot. And see, someone who just took interest in you when you just boarded that bus might just be like, just dislike you from just that manner. Okay? And now you're spilling just about everything. That is not you knowing how to tame your tongue. There are some conversations that are not meant to be done in public. Sometimes when you see your phone ring in public, you can just tell the person, I'm not in the right place now, I'm going to call you back. Let me tell you guys a story. Let me let you in on something, why I talked about this loud conversation and how it has affected me. And I just feel that if I have tamed my voice and tamed my tongue, it wouldn't have happened. There was this time I was making a phone call in my room, but in a very high pitch to somebody. And I didn't know there was somebody in the other room who was listening to my conversation. I think that's one of the reasons why they say it's because of situations like this that you hear people say walls have ears, because you do not know who is listening on the other side of the wall. So I kept talking and talking and talking and talking, and this person gathered everything that I said, took it to someone else, presented it in such a way that it looked like me and her actually had that conversation. We never had that conversation. She only eavesdropped, or she didn't necessarily have to eavesdrop because I was at the top of my voice, you know. And the person she told was disappointed in me because the person was like, how on earth will you have this conversation with that person? You guys are not even close. How did you bring yourself so low to have this conversation with that person? It took the grace of God for me to convince that person. I never had that conversation with that person, but I remember having that conversation on the phone with somebody who is permitted to have that conversation with. It's just that my voice was too high that let out that information to a total stranger. So please, this new year, don't pick that phone call if it's not necessary. Let people speak. Do more of the listening and try to reduce your voice when you are having a conversation with people. It can either make you or it's going to destroy you. I hope I make sense. I know that maybe I'm all over the place, but I just felt that I should come and share this with you guys. I just felt like I should share this with you guys. There are some things that I have done and I've learned, and I just feel that someone else should learn from it, okay? So let me know in the comment section what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode.